We have a virtual assistant from Hire Heroes that we have installed at Christian Brindle Insurance Services. It's been, I want to say we're coming up on
A while.
4 months, maybe?
I think
Plus
longer.
or minus,
Is it
maybe
longer?
6.
Maybe 4 to 6.
Actually, I think the year mark's not too far out now that I think about it. We're probably 6 plus. But regardless of how long, I'd love to hear things that you feel like are being accomplished that maybe they weren't being accomplished before because you were able to work with a virtual assistant, or really whatever thoughts you want to share. And I'm curious, your perspective. Obviously, I'm biased. I have my own team of virtual assistants that I work with, but how do you feel like it's been going for you, and what are maybe some tasks that you feel like your virtual assistant's been able to help you with?
So I think it's been going very well. Very well. Super helpful.
Yeah.
Really is what comes to mind. The virtual assistant. So I probably have more social media endeavors in my business than 99% of insurance agents and agencies.
Right.
So there's probably a million and one things that I could actually have her doing on a consistent basis that aren't social media related, but there's so much of it that it keeps her busy pretty much all day. So she monitors my social media accounts. She posts things on social media. She will go through my YouTube videos and take a clip of something that I said that might sound profound or something, and she'll create a design with it and turn it into an image. And she
Probably pretty time consuming to find your profound statement.
You gotta watch pretty much the whole video to get one nugget.
She's like, well, okay, no.
But she'll literally create an image for Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter.
You're omnipresent, right?
And so those could go up all over social world.
Yeah.
And she also, I mean, this has started probably about a year ago. This started happening probably every other day. Someone was leaving a review on one of my business pages and saying, "You need to trade with Sarah Jessica Parker," or whoever it is. That's a real person, by the way.
Yeah.
You need to do Forex trading with this person. It's just like a fake review. And she reports those for me.
Oh, that's nice.
She responds to people on every social media for me.
Wow.
Except for Facebook. Facebook, it is still me. That's not an invitation to blow me up on Facebook.
Guys, get in Messenger right now.
But LinkedIn, when she started, I had not looked at my LinkedIn account for 3 months. I had not logged in for 3 months. I was just like, I tried to actually go in and post things myself.
You were like pretending LinkedIn wasn't there. You were scared.
And I had like 1,500 followers or something. I might have had 600 messages, unread messages.
Yeah. She went through all of them.
She went through all of them and cleaned it out. And
was there any like money in there or anything you were missing that you're like,
no,
oh man,
it was all bullshit.
Oh, was it?
No, there actually might have been a couple people that wanted to legitimately inquire about something.
Right.
Maybe like 3, but it was way too late.
Yeah,
at
that
that
makes
point.
sense.
But the rest of them were just like trying to sell me something.
I get so much like bot spam from LinkedIn.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah. But that's why I love it, because there's so much bullshit, but there is some gold nuggets that come through. We've actually had some really big clients at Lead Heroes come through LinkedIn.
Really?
Which is funny because you wouldn't think that, but it still works.
I do have people, because she posts probably twice a day on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
She'll take a quote of mine. She will post a video that we had come out that day, whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
And I trained her at the beginning of kind of what I wanted her to post, and she just took the wheel and was on top of it from there. But I've had people talk to me and be like, "I love your content on LinkedIn." I'm like, "Oh, I forgot we did that."
I forgot
that was even there.
Yeah.
So I do it. I mean, Tony Merwin's told me before. He's like, every time I get on LinkedIn, you're there. You're like at the top of my newsfeed, and so
there you go.
That's good.
Big, yeah.
And some other things that she does is she sends out. So every time we have a new YouTube video published, she'll go in and send out an email blast.
Yeah.
About it, and we've tried to make it really easy for her.
Yeah.
So like what we'll do is when we'll schedule a video, we'll put a short description in the description. I mean, the description's mostly just links to things, but we'll put a short description of that specific video in it, and she just copies it, pastes it in the email. We have a template that she just reuses, duplicates, and sends it out.
Simplifies.
Makes it easy for her.
Yeah.
And so I mean,
It's a lot of time. I'm thinking about all the time all this stuff would take if you were trying to do it yourself.
here's the thing: I wasn't doing it consistently
Yeah,
before because I couldn't.
right.
Like people were like, how were you doing this before? I
It
wasn't.
wasn't, yeah.
Now my content's being pushed a
Everywhere.
million different ways than it wasn't before.
It's gotta increase eyeballs significantly, right? Being on multiple platforms like that.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be surprised if it wasn't. I haven't really tracked it or tried to figure out a way to see what's
Right.
coming from what, but
Right.
I mean, we've seen growth. I mean, we created a separate Instagram page for Six Figure Medicare Agent, and
Yeah, and the Summit had its own page. Yeah, I saw those. I saw those all the time. Those are popping up.
and she would send me messages and letting me know people commented on YouTube videos with screenshots and things like that. She's just very, very good.
Yeah, so that's a great example, right? That's something that virtual assistants for me personally will do on Lead Hero's social media channels. So if like a comment comes up and maybe it's like a long one or she's not sure how to respond, she's reaching out to you and she's saying, hey, look at this, and then she's saying like, what should I say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, basically. And yeah, I mean all of that stuff, believe it or not, is probably fills a whole day.
Oh yeah.
And so we haven't needed to give her any more tasks.
Yeah,
it's been enough.
Her schedule's
full. And I kind of figured that would be the case. I know when we first talked about it, you were like, well, what other than social media can we have them do? I'm like, I don't know if there's a lot of social media stuff. There's a lot that we do.
You have a pretty big following too, and it's just going to get more time consuming. I mean, imagine like some of the big influencers. Mm-hmm. Think how many people probably have to run their social media pages. It's probably a team, right?
Mr. Beast has like 100 employees.
You could be at that point. You could get to the point where you need 10 virtual assistants to manage your following, right?
Like, possible. Like they handle one channel or something like that.
It could get that busy. So what are some of the software so she's using Canva, right? Mm-hmm. She's designing graphic images for social media, for maybe some of your email marketing, stuff like that. What other software has she been able to help use, or maybe a software that you were having to get involved with that you don't have to maybe?
So Canva for sure.
Yeah, Canva's huge.
That's where she's designing all the images.
Right.
Hootsuite to schedule media. Things.
Nice.
Because what she'll do is she'll go in and schedule stuff for sometimes multiple days and things like that. And also MailChimp, because that's how we send our
email marketing.
our email blasts out to agents. We should probably do that through DFY. Eric, let's talk.
Eric, shout
out Eric. But yeah, I mean those are probably the three that come to mind.
Yeah. I mean, that is awesome. Another thing I wanted to ask you about. So we just launched our software internally at Hire Heroes. This software is proprietary software. It's our developers that helped create it. It's going to help insurance agents and anyone else who gets virtual assistants from us help train and communicate and manage their virtual assistant. I know you haven't had a ton of time because we literally just launched it last week. You're trying to get the summit going. Mm-hmm. You got some time to kind of poke around. What did you think of the proprietary software that we just launched? What do you think?
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
And I thought it was pretty user-friendly, and I thought it was cool because you can communicate through it, you can see screenshots of things through it, like there's a lot of cool things about it. There's probably a million features that I didn't even get to poke around with, just because of time, but I thought it was really, really well put together. It seemed like top-notch.
Well, the screenshot thing's important to me. It's the same thing, I can't talk.
It's been a long weekend.
Trying to find the words.
It's been a long weekend.
My philosophy with the telemarketing lead, when I got into the telemarketing space back in 2015, people were selling telemarketed leads without the recording.
Yeah.
Which essentially is just a name and a phone number.
Right.
And you're saying, hey, I talked to this person.
There's no proof.
And there's no proof.
Yeah.
No proof. It could be any. And there were legitimately, back then, there were companies who were selling basically just data and claiming, we talked to all these people, they would love to talk to you, and there's no proof. So when I got into the game, I was like, I'm going to give everybody the recording because they need to know that the work is being done, that this is a legitimate lead. And I feel like that really helped form trust both ways. So again, in the virtual assistant space, I'm seeing it where there are companies that are offering virtual assistants and they don't show you the proof that they're actually working during the hours that you're being billed. So that's super important to me that everyone sees that, and that we're able to facilitate that through our new software that we just launched.
I think it's really good, and I think it helps. It helps you at Lead Heroes and Hire Heroes. It helps your clients because they can see more of what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, I think it helps everybody. I think it's a win for everybody. So I think it's really, really good.
And another part of the software too is you're able to do screen recording and share that directly to the virtual assistant when you're training them. So you can go into the software, hit a button, go through the task, hit you're done, and then it can go straight to the virtual assistant, which I think is huge. You do a lot of self-recording videos for training all the time, right? I mean, I'm thinking about one of the last YouTube videos I saw of you. You were doing a screen record of kind of behind the scenes on your YouTube channel, right? So that same process where you're pulling up your computer, you're hitting record, you can kind of show them, you're showing yourself. You don't even have to show yourself, right? You can just show your screen.
Yeah.
But it seems like that's just becoming more and more important, being able to show, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm working on,
Yeah, I think it's really big. Like Six Figure Medicare University, I'd say probably half of the videos you can't see my face, it's screen recorded.
Yeah.
Because I'm showing them how to do something.
Yeah.
Like, I built my own website.
Right.
It's not the best website out there, but it pulls leads.
Yeah.
It pulls leads. I built it myself. I've tweaked it a lot over probably 4 or 5 years. If I go back and do it again, maybe I would pay somebody to do it, but but I know how to build a website now.
Right.
I can build landing pages, like the Summit landing page that sold the event out.
Yeah.
I built it.
Yeah.
Like, Eric didn't believe me.
Yeah.
He didn't believe me.
That was a good sign.
He didn't believe me. I was like,
Eric.
Yeah, he didn't believe me. You didn't believe me.
You did not believe him.
And very much bothered me. But no, like, there's screen recordings where I'm walking through how I built my website.
Yeah.
I put this here this way. I got this to look this way that way. This is how I put in meta keywords here, right? Like,
right.
This is important to have a description here. You want to put Favicon here, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right.
Little things.
Right.
And I think that kind of content is great.
I totally agree. So here's like my final question to you. So if someone's watching this video and they're at the point where they're thinking about getting a virtual assistant, maybe they've looked at hireheroes.com, maybe I've already talked to them, but they haven't pulled the trigger yet, and they're kind of on the fence thinking about it. What would you say to them after working with a virtual assistant as long as you have, more than 6 months now?
I think it's well worth the investment, and I think if you're having trouble finding good people, which is very hard right now, I think if you're having trouble affording good people, which is very difficult as well, I think this is a solution to that.
Yeah.
It makes it lowers the bar to who can actually get help in their business.
Yeah.
That's what I look at it as for a lot of people. And now, granted, I have employees that work for me and things like that. So for me, it's just gravy.
Right.
But it's very helpful for me.
Yeah.
I think even if you're an established business and you have other employees, like, it's just a different layer to your business where you get more help. I feel like there's so many people that can use it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, there was an agent specifically at the summit that I was able to speak with, and they were this agent was almost emotional about how they were buried with these low revenue generating tasks like customer service, where they're spending, how do you even go about selling and generating more clients if you're spending almost your whole week just trying to manage your book and keep your existing clients happy? And this agent was trying to do it both. This agent was trying to continue to grow their book, over many years, and also trying to, facilitate customer service, answer emails, handle phone calls, and the burnout it was palpable. And my heart goes out to them because I've been through that. I've done this. Mm-hmm. I've done the burnout where you're trying to grow and you're trying to do all these other tasks. And so I think, what you said, being able to have this low barrier to entry where, you're not being charged a lot. This is essentially the new minimum wage, $15 an hour, right? It's hard to find help that you're paying less than $15 an hour, and being able to do it quickly, and it's managed for you. And there's a software platform that helps you communicate and facilitate that. So I really hope that we can help more business owners and insurance agents and agency owners just like you, Christian. I really do. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your thoughts.
Get a VA and make sure that you listen to Therapy Heroes.
Therapy Hero. Get a virtual assistant.
You too can have parents.
That's
right. You too can have your own parents.
We are heroes tonight. We